How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Abyss. I'm at Zagala. Picked up a few black metal records at a record shop recently, and a couple things came in the mail, so I figured to do a quick black metal collection update. So stick around, let's see what we got. Alright, so this first one I got actually I got a couple CDs to show, and then a few vinyls. This first one, though, excellent release. I believe it came out last year. Yeah, 2017 it came out, and this one got a lot of hype a couple months ago. It was a T-shirt for this band came out in the Metalhead box, but yeah, that's Bargrove and his debut album Netherstorm. It's off Werewolf Records. I actually picked this up from Hell's Headbangers recently. It's, I don't know, in my opinion, I think it's symphonic black metal done correctly, in my opinion. It's still got the raw, cold feel of that second wave with just enough symphonics in it to to please me. Kind of feels like early Emperor, that kind of stuff, but just ridiculously good black metal. This is out of Finland, like I said, 2017 release. Bargrove. If you have not listened to them, I highly recommend doing so. I know a lot of people are put off with symphonic black metal, but if you want to hear it done right, I definitely recommend picking this album up. Alright, so we'll knock this last CD out of the way before we move to the vinyls. This one is 2005 release from the band Black Jade. This one is called Of Forest and Fire. If you're not familiar, this is an excellent black metal band out of Switzerland. Oh, I got the disc upside down there for you, but yeah, good black metal out of Switzerland. This is, like I said, 2005. This one's a little more raw and grimy than some of their newer ones, which I love about it. But the big draw for me to pick this one up was that it's based on J.R.R. Tolkien's work. So all their stuff is based on Lord of the Rings, and some of his other books. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's just cold, aggressive black metal. It does have some acoustical, folk parts here and there. You kind of get a pagan black metal vibe, but overall, it's just absolutely solid black metal. And like with me being a Lord of the Rings nerd, also the the Tolkien part makes this a super awesome buy. There's some clean vocals here and there on their discography, but for the most part, it's just killer black metal. So if you have not checked it out, Of Forest and Fire by Black Jade, or really anything on their discography, I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's get into the vinyl. This first one is a single, just on a small 7-inch vinyl. That's 1349. This is the single for the track Slaves, which eventually did appear on their next full length, The Massive Cauldron of Chaos. It's probably my favorite track off the album, so that's why I went ahead and decided to pick up the vinyl single for Slaves. I love the artwork, kind of weird looking goat head looking thing. Pretty solid track, like I said. I know a lot of people didn't really care for that album, but like I said, I thought it was good, and my favorite track had a decent vinyl press. So just black 7-inch vinyl, nothing crazy. But the cool thing about it is, this is going to be really hard for you guys to see, but this image here is actually etched into the back of the vinyl. It's going to be really hard for you guys to see, but yeah, you can kind of see the horns there at the top. Looks much better than in person than it does on the camera, I promise. But yeah, 1349 is one of those bands that I don't think they put out anything bad, at least in my opinion, for what I like to listen to. So yeah, Slaves, the single vinyl, pretty solid pickup in my opinion. Got 3 or 4 more vinyls here to show you, and then we'll wrap this up. Alright, so these next couple are from the same band, one of my favorite black metal bands of all time. You've probably heard me say that a few times here on Black Metal Mino. I'm a huge Gorgoroth fan. Really, all of it but the King of Gaul era. Sign of an Open Eye and Carving a Giant. I thought those tracks were really solid, but if you take the rest of their stuff out, then we're good, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I got a reissue of their 1996 vinyl Antichrist. Not a whole lot to say about this that hasn't been said a million times on YouTube or anywhere else. Just a solid, true Norwegian black metal album, in my opinion. I do own this on multiple formats already, but like I said, I wanted to nab up this bone white reissue on vinyl. Super thick. Sorry. Sounds amazing. I just couldn't pass it up for the price. Just classic black metal, and in my opinion, very hard to beat. I know a lot of people don't like Gorgoroth, past this album or even the one before it, but like I said, through and through, all the way out, I love pretty much everything they put out except for a couple albums with Gall. And of course, we go to their 2015 release, Instinctus Bestialis. This one, of course, we saw, Attringer take over vocal duties, which that kind of took me a while to get used to. As a deeper, almost more death metal style vocal, in my opinion, which once I got used to it, I feel it kind of fit the vibe of the album. But the guitar work on that album is awesome. You can tell it's definitely Infernus's work. Kind of picking up with the kind of riffs you left off on, Quantos and Under a Sign of Hell. You can kind of hear a lot of these modern riffs starting to be born. But nothing crazy, just black vinyl. Got the album title there and a couple tracks. Nothing crazy there. But yeah, a couple albums that I just definitely wanted to add to my collection again, add to my vinyl collection. I do have these on CD. But yeah, Gorgoroth, can't go wrong there in my opinion, so let's see what else we got. Alright, so this next one is they're a band from South America. They're Santiago, Chile, and that is Invincible Force with Satan Rebellion Metal. This is a ridiculously good album. I actually picked this up blind buy. This is from Dark Descent from 2015. I just picked this up recently from Dark Descent, like I said. And I don't know if you can see that artwork very well, but just killer artwork. They're kind of a black death thrash band, like I said, from Chile. Really ridiculously good. And they've one of the few bands that I feel have blended the thrash metal, black metal, and death metal styles together perfectly. And it just came out awesome. Here's the insert. Killer logo, in my opinion. Invincible Force. Other side, just lyric sheet. Nothing crazy. But I don't know why. I really love their logo. But yeah, the music matches the artwork and the logo for sure. I mean, it's fast, it's violent, it's like thrashy. Really good riffs. The vocals are killer. The drums just pound the shit out of you. Just black vinyl, but just wanted to show the label there. Dark Descent. Like, really good. This is their only full length, to my knowledge. I know they've had a couple splits and demos before this, but definitely we'll be looking out for anything future, what the future might hold for this band, because I've probably almost worn this one to hell on my turntable since I picked this up, but solid stuff. So yeah, and if you're just looking for something new, if you have not checked them out, Invincible Force, Black Death Thrash from Chile, highly recommend giving them a look. Alright, so we're down to the last one. This is off of blackmetal.com. I've had this one here for a while, and it arrived with a damaged jacket, which it's not really a huge deal, and that's the downfalls of ordering vinyl online. But nothing's wrong with the disc or anything like that. And I set it aside, so I was gonna, the clear sleeve and everything was torn for it, and I was out of replacement. So I'd set it aside to order some new ones, and completely forgot about it. But yeah, this is, if you've seen my channel at all, you've seen me talk about these guys a couple times, and that's Lucifugum. This is their 1999 album, I believe, on the Sortilege of Christianity. And the light is not playing well with me today. Killer Ukrainian black metal. It's a one-man project. Just really cold guitars. I mean, some of the most chilling vocals that I've heard in a long time are from Lucifugum. There's nothing I can say about, nothing negative I can say about this. Again, like I said in a previous video, a lot of people don't like his drums that are definitely programmed, but I mean, it sounds fine in my opinion. Killer stuff. If you like that really cold, raw black metal, you like that lo-fi sound, you'll dig this. The album looks good. It's like a blood red black splatter. Like I said, this was a blackmetal.com release. Yeah, so if you're into just good old-fashioned lo-fi raw black metal, definitely give Lucifugum a try if you've never checked them out. Like I said, it's a one-man raw project from the Ukraine, and some of my favorite black metal. I think I've got about 7 of his releases now, and God, I don't know, I think he's got maybe 14 full lengths, I'm not sure. So I'm getting there piece by piece, but yeah, so thanks for checking this video out. For those of you that stuck around, I've had a couple more rounds of pretty big time dental work, so I'm still struggling with some of my pronunciation. So as that continues to heal, you'll start seeing some more videos. I've got a big order coming in from Morbid Records, and I've got a couple other videos planned to drop sometime this week. So yeah, stick around. Hails and horns, everybody, and we'll see you soon.